Howdy guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Leslie and the Disney Diaries. And so today I thought I would do the Disney tag that's going on YouTube and stuff just because I'm kind of in between things on the college program and it would kind of let me get to know y'all a little bit more. You could get to know me a little bit more. So yeah, I've got the questions on my phone, so that's where I'm looking if I seem to be looking down or something. Anyway, so the first question is a scene in a Disney movie you wish you could experience. I really would love to experience the scene in Tangled with the floating lanterns, with the person I love, or really just alone, or with my friends, because I'd be thoroughly entertained to be on a boat with floating lanterns all around me. I think it was so pretty. I know it's super cliche because like everybody says that on YouTube, but yeah, I think it'd be super cool. I also think it'd be really cool to experience the scene in The Little Mermaid where she just saved Eric's life and she's on the rock and she's singing to him. Oh, like, I would love to be a mermaid. I would love to have the water splashing around me, and I would love to be able to sing like Ariel sings. Like, that would just be cool. I don't know if I would necessarily want to long for somebody that much that I've never actually had a conversation with, but yeah, I just think it's a really pretty scene and I would love to be part of that. I would love my hair to be flowing in the breeze. Yes, I think so. It'd be perfect. An unforgettable, oh, I almost forgot. Also, in Princess Diaries, where Mia and Michael kiss at the end, and she finally gets her foot pop a kiss, and the lights in the garden go on, and it's just so pretty. I love that movie, and honestly, I know it's not like an animated movie or whatever, but would love to experience that. An unforgettable moment you've had in the park. When I was little, I was like 3 years old. It was my first time at Disney. It wasn't necessarily a good memory, but it was definitely memorable. We went to a character breakfast and we were meeting Belle and the Beast, and I wanted to meet Belle, but I did not want to meet the Beast. I was terrified of the Beast. I'm crying. I'm holding on to my dad's leg, and my dad is laughing at me. He thinks it's the funniest thing he's ever seen. No, it was terrifying. And then this summer we went to Disney World, so this is a more recent memory, and we got to eat dinner in the castle, and at the time our reservation was, it was when Wishes goes off, and it was amazing because they pump the music through the castle, and so you're in the castle watching the fireworks go off from the inside, and that was really, really, really cool. What non-Disney song reminds you or brings back memories of the Disney parks? It's not like, there's not like a Disney song that reminds me of, like a non-Disney song that reminds me of Disney. Like, probably because I haven't gotten the college program yet, so when I go on the college program I'll probably be able to answer this question, but really I've only been to Disney for like a week at the max, and so, like a max amount of time, and so there's not really a song that reminds me of the parks that like I hear on the radio and I'm like, yes, that song, Disney. When was the first time I went to the Disney parks? As I said before, I was like 3 years old. My dad's side of my family is from California, and they're from Northern California, but my cousin was going to school in Southern California, and so we went to his graduation, and while we were down there, we just decided to go to Disneyland. And it was really cool. It was fun. If you could choose any Disney character to be your best friend, who would it be and why? Okay, I think you have best friends who are different than you. So most of my friends, like, in real life are very different than me. So like, I think I'd have two best friends, and one of them would be Ariel, because she's super outgoing and way more like rebellious than I am, but I would still go along with her shenanigans, and I would think that's so fun, and I'd be like, yeah, great, wonderful idea. And then I think having somebody like Belle as my friend would be really cool, because she is so studious and like just a genuinely good person who loves to learn and is organized, and I need somebody like that in my life. So I'd probably have Belle and Ariel, and I'm kind of in between those two, so like, yeah, that would be my two best friends. Who is my favorite princess? Rapunzel. Yeah, there's nothing about her I don't like. I'll go into detail in a second. There's another question that will explain kind of why Rapunzel is my favorite. Name a scene in a Disney or a moment in a Disney movie that never fails to make me cry. There's so many. I'm like a really emotional person. And Bambi, when his mother dies, yeah, the feels. I like can't watch that movie at all. I haven't watched it probably except for the first time I saw it, and it just made me so sad. And I don't really know why The Lion King doesn't do the same thing for me, except I think it's the fact that it's a fragile deer in the snow, and the father in Bambi is kind of more distant, I think, than the mother in The Lion King. And so Simba always had somebody, like, and then Timon and Pumbaa come in and it's super funny and like lighthearted, whereas like Bambi had this really stern father figure who's like, I guess I'll take care of you now. And it was just so sad, and he had such a good relationship with his mom. Anyway, that never fails to make me cry. The scene in The Fox and the Hound where the little lady takes Todd into the woods and like leaves him there and starts singing Goodbye May Seem Forever. Can't watch that movie. I get the I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. I'm gonna cry. And then recently, like starting at the end of high school, in The Little Mermaid, when the dad lets Ariel go, and like she has the sparkly dress and like they're playing the like Now She Can Walk, Now She Can Run and all that song in the background, like, oh, it makes me so sad. And I don't really understand why, except for the fact that it's like a coming of age moment and like letting your daughter or your son like go and live their life is just such a like so bittersweet to me. Oh, it makes me want to cry. Anyway, what was the first Disney movie you remember seeing? I'm gonna change that to seeing in theaters because I'm sure I saw Cinderella or something as my first Disney movie, but my parents started playing Disney movies for me before I could like walk, so I don't really remember them per se. But I do remember seeing Tarzan in theaters, and I'm sure I saw Mulan in theaters, but Tarzan I remember distinctly because at that point I think I was like in kindergarten or first grade, so I was a little bit older. And my best friend at the time's name was Jane, and we thought that it was so cool that she was in the movie, and so yeah, that was really cool. And then, what's your favorite Disney movie? Tangled, The Little Mermaid. Yeah, those are probably my top two. And then I think The Hunchback of Notre Dame is really underrated for adults. Like, I think it's the message is really cool, but it is not suitable for children necessarily. I mean, it's just got a lot of deep messages, and as a child I didn't understand it and I never watched it anyway. So those three are probably my favorite. Little Mermaid as a child, Tangled as a now. Probably would have been my favorite as a kid too, but she didn't exist then, so yeah. Favorite Disney villain? Maleficent. I dressed up for her as Halloween one year. That was really cool. A little girl who was dressed up as Sleeping Beauty came to the door and her mom freaked out and wanted to take a picture, and it was really cute. And so yes, me and Maleficent. Plus she was just she was so cool. She was like BA, she didn't care. Plus Aurora didn't really have a personality, so it was like, she does, but it's not like the other princesses where you know that person. She was kind of quiet, and so Maleficent could be mean to her, and I probably didn't have the same connection I had with like Cinderella per se. What's your least favorite Disney movie? The Black Cauldron. Disney, why? Just why? The villain's too scary in it. The sidekick commits suicide. Like, he's like, Gurgi has no friends, and then he jumps into the Black Cauldron. No, Disney, that is too much. But that movie was made at a really rough time in Disney history, so I guess they get a little bit of slack, but most of you probably don't even know what the Black Cauldron is. Yeah, no, it's weird. There's a pig that sees the future when you put its head in water. I don't even understand. I don't know. What's your favorite Disney song? Probably Part of Your World. I also really like anything in The Lion King. They're just catchy. I hate to admit it, but I really, really like the Frozen soundtrack. I know it's way overdone, but I really like it. So yeah, those three kind of have my soundtrack heart. Oh, and Tarzan. I really, really like to work out to Tarzan music, so go Phil Collins. What else is on here? Oh, what Disney character has your personality and your dream personality? Two different things. Rapunzel has my personality. We are the same person. My sister and my mom went and saw it when I was in high school, and I was like, I'm too cool for this. Like, I'm not going to go see that movie. And they're like, no, you have to go see it. She is you. And she is. Like the part where she like debates like leaving her mom, and she's like, I'm the best person, this is such a good day, and then she's like, I'm a terrible human, like, that's so me. And then the fact that she like does all the activities I like to do, like in the When Will My Life Begin song. Yes, I can do everything. I play guitar, I knit, I cook, yeah, I paint, all that stuff. So we're the same. And she's kind of like ADD like me. She's like start off on a mission, and somewhere along the way she gets distracted, but at the same time like she has a dream. So yes, Rapunzel. And who would I want to be? I admire a lot of characters that Esmeralda has. Like, she is such a fun, cool person, but then she's very determined and loyal to her people, and she just knows exactly who she is, and I think that's so amazing. Plus she can dance, and she's gorgeous. Like, I wish I had all of that abilities, but really I'm just kind of awkward like Rapunzel, like dragging people along on my adventures. So yeah, that's my take on that. If you could change any scene in a Disney movie, what would it be? It's not so much like, okay, every Disney movie was very calculated and like well done, except for a few, which honestly in my opinion probably shouldn't have been made, or completely rewritten. But I think in Frozen it would have been really cool if when Anna like gets frozen and Elsa's really sad and it's crying and it's completely still and quiet. Like, I understand what they were doing when they did that. I think it was a really deep message, especially because there was so much music throughout the whole musical. But I think it would have been really cool if they had the silence and then Elsa sang a reprise of Do You Want to Build a Snowman to Frozen Anna. Like, I think I would have gotten goosebumps and I would have probably cried, because I think it would have been a really cool thing for them to do. But it's fine, I'll forgive them. Maybe they'll put it in the musical, we'll see. And then if you had to get stuck on any Disney ride in the park, what would it be and why? I love Pirates of the Caribbean. It's probably my favorite ride, but I don't know if I want to get stuck on it. I'd probably pick something that had really cool music or something like that, like, just because there are certain noises that I can't deal with, like for being very repetitive, like Figment and Epcot. Like, I would not want to get stuck on that ride just because it's very loud a lot all the time, like, so probably nothing like that. Maybe the merry-go-round, just because even if you're going round and round in circles, you would see so many cool things and get to watch the kids experience Fairy Tale Hall and stuff like that. So that'd be cool, and you'd be at that castle and that'd be fine. Or something like that. It's probably something at Fantasyland because that's my favorite. So yeah. Okay, well, that was my Disney tag. I know not all of y'all are gonna agree with me, so leave your comments down below of what you think. I'll leave the tag, like the questions, down below as well. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Oh, also, subscribe, like, yes. Cool, tell your friends. Bye!